everybody, I'm Sherman. Welcome back to Coop to Grill. Today we're going to try something a little bit different. These are called onion bombs. I'm really excited about them. These are going to be delicious. So we're going to get some onions. We're going to slice the ends off. We're going to core out the middle of them. We're going to mix up some ground beef. I got some garlic. We've got some mushrooms. We've got some jalapenos we're going to dice up. Some barbecue sauce. We're going to put all that together, and that's going to be our mix for inside the onion. When we're done with all that, we're going to wrap them in bacon and throw them on the smoker. I got the smoker outside already warming up because it's only 30 degrees out here right now. So we got that set at 250 degrees. We're going to smoke them for about 2 hours, and then we're going to crank it up and finish them off. I'll show you how all that works. For Christmas, my wife got me the fanciest knives I've ever had in my life. These are Kulina knives. I got a whole set of them. I got 5 of them. I've got trimming knives. I've got chopping knives. We're going to use this today. It's a little bit overkill for what we're doing, but that's okay because it's the fun of cooking. That's what we're all here for, right? The fun of it all. Like I said before, you chop off the top. Get rid of that. Chop off the bottom. And you don't want to get too excessive with getting rid of this because you want to keep as much of the onion together as you can. We'll peel off the outside of this thing here. And I've got a couple of different utensils to try and get this thing cored out with because this is the first time I'm doing these. So I think what we're going to try and do first is the peeler with just a regular peeler. That'll also core this out just a little bit. And when you're doing this, make sure that you don't go down all the way. You want to make sure that you're staying up. I'd say at least 3/8 to 1/2 inch up here, because once this starts to cook and it starts to shrink up, you're gonna, a lot of the juices will leave. You want to keep as many of those juices inside the onion as it's cooking. Really sweeten and softens up the onions as they're cooking. So we're gonna start out. And you can get a bowl for the onion. Now that I've got a start, I'm going to try a cookie scoop. Oh no. So I made a hole. Oh, that fell out. Thank goodness that's all it did. But you can see how much of the onion is left on the bottom. So I'm going to pop that back in there. Press it down. Good as new. All right. So I'm going to do 4 of these. My eyes are watering really bad right now. I'm going to do 4 of these. Then we're going to mix up our burger and we'll get to stuffing them. Well, that was
emotional.
It was emotional. This was definitely the answer. You could use a paring knife probably just to get a hole started, and then a small cookie scoop worked really good for coring these things out. And again, make sure you don't get too close to the bottom. Can you see that?
Yep.
Really good. So, and I did get a little bit closer on this one, I think, but the bottom does pop out. So just make sure you're, yeah, there it is. Make sure you just put it back in there so that it's good. I'm not going to try and trim that anymore. The hamburger will fill up around all that. We got our mushrooms out here, fancy knife, and just chop. So this goes into our hamburger mixture. We've just got the hamburger in there right now.
That is a fantastic knife.
This knife is awesome. Super sharp. So make sure if you get knives like these, you're really careful with them. I know it doesn't look like I'm being careful with them, but I am.
He's as careful as he gets.
Yeah. All right. So we've got the mushrooms into the burger. Now I'm going to take one of my gloves off so that we can get the rest of the stuff in here.
Here.
That's good stuff. So I'm going to add just a spoonful of this minced garlic, and you can mince your own garlic. We like the stuff that's in the olive oil. It works really good. Stays nice and moist. Just a little bit of that. We're going to add a little bit of mustard to this because I like adding mustard to my burgers. So we're going to mix this kind of similar to how I mix my hamburgers up. A little bit of Sweet Baby Ray's honey barbecue sauce. Just a little bit, not a lot. You're not trying to overpower any flavors or anything like that here. This just adds to it a little bit. Oh, my goodness. What else? Oh, yeah. A little bit of Famous Dave steak and burger seasoning because, well, you got to. And I almost forgot, we're going to add some jalapenos in here. So these nacho sliced jalapenos are actually not that strong. So the wife really likes them. Actually, I'm going to get a fork. So these nacho jalapenos that are sliced go in a lot more things easier, and they're more palatable because they're not as hot because they're pickled. Anyways, we're going to dice these things up and get them in our mixture too. So we got all of our ingredients in here. We're going to mix it together. We're going to stuff these. I'm going to try just, since I've still got my gloves on, I'm going to pack it down in there. I almost forgot. We're going to add some cheese to the inside of this. So let's do that now. So we got some cheese, cheddar, shredded. We're going to add that. There's our first onion bomb. So take your strip of bacon. We're going to start at the bottom. Right? And we're just going to wrap that around. Come up the side. Right? Grab another piece of bacon. And continue it on. Tuck it in there. It'll tuck.
You just had a little gap.
There. Okay. And there we go. That's going to be awesome. We're going to throw this on the smoker. We're going to get the other ones done up too. You could take a toothpick and you could stick it in the side if you want to stick it in the side. I don't know that I'm going to have to on this. One more point on the bacon. We pulled this out when we pulled everything else out. So it's been sitting on the counter for about a half an hour, which is by design. We wanted to do that. We wanted to make sure that that bacon came out so it's a little bit more stretchy. So, smoker's set at 250. It's holding temperature because of my handy dandy smoking blanket. You guys haven't seen the video on this yet. This is a welding blanket. I bought at Menards for $25. It's 5x5. I folded it up into quarters. So there's 4 layers here. It'll hold heat. It won't burn until after it hits 1800 degrees. There's no way my smoker's ever going to hit that. So I'm definitely not worried about it. And check this out. Can you see that? It's already getting seasoned. Ha! Yeah. take that to a job site. Anyways, we'll get these, pull this off here. Okay.
Wow, look at the temperature drop without the blanket on.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I recognize it was open as well, but holy moly.
Okay. We're going to go ahead and have a rum or two and wait for these things to finish up. We're going to set a timer for about 2 hours so we don't forget, and we'll come back and see what they look like. All right, so it's been 2 hours. We're going to come out here. We've got our barbecue sauce and a basting brush. Let's take a look at these things. Oh, they are looking really good. That bacon's cooking up really nice. So I don't really like to barbecue sauce everything too often. So I'm just going to barbecue sauce 2 of these, the smaller of the 2. We're going to do that. And just brush it on there a little bit. See, my bacon's coming off over here, and that's all right. At 20 minutes after I barbecue sauced my onion bombs, I went in and I started my oven at 400 degrees just to get it preheated. So now it's been a half an hour with the barbecue sauce on the smoker. We're going to take them off, put them on the tray, throw them in the oven for about 10 minutes. And the only reason we're doing that is to crisp up the bacon a little bit more. But I think that these are done. These are pretty well done. We just want that bacon to be a little bit more crispy for us. If you don't like the crispy bacon and you like it a little bit softer, then these are already done. Oh yeah, how juicy that is.
Wow.
That clear juice, everything's done in here. Yep. And we'll leave that open. So we're getting ready to throw these in the oven. I'm going to throw a little bit of shredded cheddar cheese over top of them and then toss them in for anywhere between 5 and 10 minutes. We're going to see what 5 minutes does first. You can see the bacon kind of slid around here. It's probably because I didn't use any toothpicks to hold it in place. So that's something that I will definitely do next time. Everything looks absolutely delicious here. I threw it in the oven for 5 minutes at 400 degrees, and it really crisped up the bacon. We're going to let these rest for about another 5 or 10 minutes, and I'm going to cut into them, and we'll see what happens. As I said before, my wife got me these really cool knives, and I know this is way overkill for cutting an onion, but we're going to give it a go. Because if cooking isn't fun, you shouldn't be doing it. Wow. Look at that. Look at that layered onion. Can you see it?
There you go.
You can see all the layers of the onion. You can see how juicy that is. We're going to cut this up, and we're going to take a bite of this right now. Okay. Takes a little bit to get all the aspects. Alexa, turn the timer off. All right. Oh my God. This is really good. Well, for my first time making onion bombs, definitely some mistakes were made. However, they were tasty mistakes, which is all delicious. So we are going to go sit down and finish eating the rest of our onion bombs. I hope you guys enjoy them. Use the toothpicks, so I will be doing that next time for sure. Thanks for joining us here on Coop de Grill. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the page and drop a comment if there's anything that you guys would like to see us cook. We will definitely put it on the list. When we're done with all that, we're going to wrap them and bake them. And nope.
Bacon.
Yeah, bacon. I know that might be surprising to some of you people out there watching from home, but I never went to culinary school. Shocking.
You tell me it's perfect.
You're always perfect.
Oh, the line.